Greetings, Photography 10 students. I am about to do a quick demo on your InDesign project. So this is for Photo 10, and it's the InDesign project where you're taking the template that's been created for you and you're placing the color images that you've taken into an InDesign template. So the first thing you need to do is actually open InDesign. So that means you go into the Start menu, you click on Adobe InDesign 2024, the program opens for you. And much like every other Adobe interface, it all looks the same. So you'll be able to go over to the Open tab, click on that. You go into your photography drive, and at the top, I've created a folder called #ID layouts. When you double click on that, it opens up 4 different templates that you can choose from. This one has 9 photos. This one, template number 2, has 4, and I believe template 3 and 4 have 6. So if you've only got 4 photos, choose template number 2, but if you have more than 4, try one of the other ones. But for the sake of this demo, I'm going to choose template number 2. I'm going to double click on that, and it opens up this template right here. All right, so with this template, now what you're going to do is you're going to place the photos that you've taken into each of these photo boxes. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing you need to do is go over to the side tool panel and select your selection tool, which is the shortcut V. So when you select that, you can click on each of these boxes and you can see that they're highlighted. And when these boxes are highlighted, that is the one where you are going to place your content. Okay, so in order to place, there are a couple of things that you can do. The first is you can go into File and then click down on Place, and it'll bring up a dialog box. So basically what you need to do is go into your folder, choose the folder that you want to choose the images from. We're going to use the color theme folder in Mr. Bigger's folder, and then we're going to choose the frames that we want to use. So I'm going to start with this one. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to open it, and it automatically places it within that frame. The problem is it's actually the size of the image, which is way too large. You can see the red box indicating how big that actual photo is. So what we need to do is go into the frame fitting section here, and we want to fill the frame proportionally by clicking on that, and there's your image. Now if you want, you can click on this center circle and use your arrow keys to move it around a little bit, but I like where that is right there. So now I want to fill each of the other 3 frames, so I'm going to select those individually. I'm going to click on this one. Somehow it's actually been moved over a little bit, so we're going to actually put it back to where it was. And now I'm going to hit Control D, which is the shortcut for placing a photo. And I'm going to do the same thing by opening that, and then I'm going to fit that frame. Again, it's off, so I'm just going to move that back to where it was originally. So then I'm going to select each of these, Control D, shortcut. I'm going to place this one, open that. I'm going to fit the frame. Then my last one, Control D, and I'm going to choose this one as my last frame and then fit that proportionally. And then we need to move on to the next step. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to change first and last, which is where you're going to put your name. So we're going to select on that box, and now we're going to hit the letter T over here, which is the type tool, or just hit the letter T, which is the shortcut. And then we are going to double click on first and last, and we are going to type our name. So I've changed it, and then if I want to, I can click and drag and highlight that, and then go over to appearance, and if I really wanted to, I can change the color of the font to red. I'm going to click on the selection tool so that we can see that. And if I wanted to change the actual font from Ephra to something else, I could go in and change a different font. It's totally up to you. But let's just say that you're happy with that font and everything is how I like it. The last thing that I need to do is now save this. And there's a way that we're going to do that that's a little bit different. We're going to go into File, and we're going to go into Export, which is Control E. And then I want to save this as my color assignment, and we're going to save it as a JPEG. And then you want to tell it where to save. So I will go into Photo 10, and then I'll go into my folder right here, and I'll have that. Here's my new folder, which is color, and I'm going to save it into that folder. Click save. Make sure that it's at 150. Medium is fine, but we can go high at 150 resolution PPI, and then hit export, and you are done. One thing that I did not mention at the very beginning, and this is really important, that as soon as you open this template, it means that someone else is unable to open it. So the first thing you need to do before any of what I've just demonstrated is to go in to File, Export, and export it, which means you're saving it as the name that you want to give it. Please do that first before you do anything. That way other people can open up this template and begin working on theirs.